So now that you're all sufficiently whipped into a comedy frenzy, I'll bring our first act to the stage. And I don't want to bring the mood down, so I'm just going to put it out there right now. Our first act is a woman. And just no. See, that's what I'm talking about, and it's bullshit.
You're not having any sex for a while.
That I have not been, and I will continue to not have sex for a while. But here's what I'm going to say. Women are often maligned in the comedy community. They're tokenized. They have to deal with questions like, was your set about your period? Or hear things like, you're pretty funny for a woman. All those things are bullshit, and I think any of you who know me know that I have like a huge social justice bent. So I won't tolerate any of that, and I didn't bring her on as a token female. I brought her on because she does what she does very well, and you're about to see that. And coincidentally, I also one time had sex with her. Ladies and gentlemen, bring to the stage Sarah Hennessy!
Thank you! Stephen Eyes, everybody! Hi, guys. Guys, I didn't have sex with Stephen, all right? But he did somehow give me HPV. Explain that, society. Ladies and gentlemen, it's very exciting to be here today. Oh my God, here we are, Eyes on Comedy. I really wish I had like a t-shirt gun for a fun time like this, because how much better would it be if I came out and I was like, what's up, everybody? How you doing? Pop, 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 pop. And you're like, whoa, they're all women's mediums. The smell's used for sure. And I'd be like, what's up, everybody? Those are all my tops. I'm gonna need them back after the show. Just took them out of the basket and put them in the gun. I'm gonna do it next time, though. I'm gonna go surf the internet, find a cool site, get a gun. T-shirt gun. Is that how it's done? So when people talk about getting married, I've always been the kind of person who's like, not listening, gotta go. Not interested. I don't care. But I think I'm growing up because a couple of my good friends, they totally just told me that they're getting married. And I was like genuinely excited. My heart was like, oh my God. And I was like, oh wow, that's wonderful. They know each other, so it's not weird that they're getting married. But I was really excited. And I was like, and they're like, we don't know what to do. We're kind of broke. I'm like, I know exactly what you should do. Mason jars. Mason jars. Have you checked them out? You gotta have them all over your wedding. It's gonna be so excited. You gotta put some with different color sands in them for some reason. Different levels of water. Spell out a thing. Tea lights. Have you considered a taco station? You can have all your different salsa in those, You can have your mild, medium, suicide. Oh my God, so much fun. Loose meats in one. That'll be fun. Guacamole, keep a lid on that. Nobody wants brown guac at a wedding. I'm full of so many hot tips for them out of nowhere. I'm like, hey, have you heard of the website Pinterest? They're like, get out of my house. Anyways, I really hope that they invite me to the wedding. And if they do, they know what they're getting for their gift. 12-pack. These are empty. I just gave you the gift of possibility. Put everything in there, put nothing in there. You're so welcome. I realize that I'm really good at like not important first impressions. Like, your boss's uncle's cousin's pal thinks I'm pretty rad, okay? But doesn't affect my life. But when something important happens, you know that feeling when you ever go to a funeral and you're like, this is a sad time. Don't start laughing for any reason, me. That feeling that just comes up, you're like, whoa. And you're like, stop it, no. That's the feeling I'm scared of. Like I had to meet my boyfriend's mom, and I'm like, oh no, dear Lord, I'm gonna be cursing, something's gonna happen, I can't control it. I was really worried. I was so scared she'd open the door and I'd be like, abortion. Like why? Why did I only say one very controversial word? Why did that happen? She opens the door and she's like, hi. I'm like, hi, I'm Sarah, but you can call me 69. I'm so sorry that I did that. Guys, nobody calls me that. Why did I suggest it? But I think I'm like mega scared that they'd open the door and I'd be like, hi. And they'd be like, hi. And I'd be like, ooh. And they're like, did you just? I'm like, yeah. They're like, did you just shit your pants? I'm like, and they're like, do you want to change or something? And I'm like, no. Why would I do that? Don't let me do it. Ah! Oh my God, it's so scary. Hopefully it goes well. Check my blog. I was dating this guy for a while. Don't mean to show off. Kind of showing off. And it was interesting because it's summertime now and people shave off their beards. And I love beards. And I don't know what it is about a beard. You're like, are you going to build me a cabin? What's going on? I feel great. You know what I mean? Ladies? All right. It feels like they're going to cut down a tree and just be like, hi. And you're like, woo, woo, woo. All right. I was dating this guy and he had a beard. I was super sold. And then we dated for a couple years and I was sort of like, I noticed you never shaved the beard. He's like, you don't want to see me without this beard. And I was like, okay, why? And then, he'd be like, you don't want to know. And I'm like, what? Push came to shove, guys. He told me that without the beard, he looks like a thumb. And I was like, oh, like a thumb? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, cool. Yeah, keep the beard. But then things got weird. I found this old photo album and I was like, so old. I looked. He always had the beard. Always had it. Always had it. He's like 6 years old with a rustic 6-year-old. Put it that way. We'd be like sleeping in at night and like a shaft of moonlight would come in and I'd be like, oh my God. Because when you're a kid and you're like, oh man, and you draw like an eye and another eye and like a mouth and you're like, sweet, that's my friend. You're never like, that's my boyfriend. Nobody ever says that. It did not work out. I'm dating this guy now, and people are always like, you gotta spice things up with the people that you love. And I'm like, what do you mean? I won't have to do that. I'm a modern woman. Things are always gonna be so real. You don't know me, Canadian Living Magazine. But then after a couple years, I was like, oh man, you're right. Not just about those sweet, sweet recipes. I gotta spice things up. So I thought, hey man, I talk to groups of people for a living, so maybe I can pay it forward like the famous movie tells us to. So this is what I do to spice things up in the bedroom. You guys want to hear this or what? You're into it? All right, cool. So this is what we do. He just bursts in the house and he goes, are you cheating on me, huh? Are you cheating on me? Gotta make her voice real high for that. And then he bursts into the bedroom and he goes, are you cheating on me, huh? Are you cheating on me? And then I just go, then we high five and order a pizza. You know what I mean, guys? Throw on some track pants. You gotta spice things up with the people that you love. That might be horrible advice. Listen, I was thinking about recess. Who doesn't think about it? And I was thinking, I really wish we had it at like recess as adults, because how nice would it be if we all heard like a bell at 10:15 in the morning, and then we went outside and we're like, just shake it out a bit. And you like look over to your neighbor and you're like, what do you have for snack? And they're like, grapes. And you're like, ugh, later. When I was a kid, sour balls were like the biggest deal that ever happened. Do you guys remember that? Just like powdered sour and you're like, oh my God. They were very exciting because they were multicolored little things. And also because it was the most sour that we've ever had in our face at one time. It was so exciting. So, remember we had them, we ran out of recess, and we're like, are you ready? Let's do this. All right, 1, 2, 3. Like so exciting. You're like, my glands, I'm aware of my glands. All the different things are happening to my body. Tiffany, you didn't do that. She's like, I'm scared. Oh, Tiffany. So cool. And then the bell would ring, you're like, oh man, I gotta go back inside. I guess I'll put it in my pocket. Ugh. And then during like language arts class, you're just like, like a tiny little addict. So cute. There's this guy Chico in our class, and he came out and he's like, what are you guys doing, eating sour balls? And he like grabbed a whole handful and he put them in his mouth. He was like, He's in jail now. Isn't that intense? I feel like that was a telltale sign. But it was the 80s, so nobody was paying attention. I bet he did that with a murder weapon. He was like, I can't taste sour. His probs to the max. It's life in prison. So guys, I was thinking about what am I gonna do when I die? Casual subject, we all think about it. And so this is what I think I wanna do. I wanna write something totally radical on my tombstone. You guys into that? Yeah, I think that's a good way to go because some people are like, I'm gonna build like a statue of myself. Nobody's looking, all the birds poo on it. And then other people are like, I'm gonna write a book about my life. And everybody's like, nobody's reading, man. What's up? Music's the new cool. I don't know what's happening. Have you heard music? It's really fun. Anyways, so I was thinking about putting this on my tombstone. What do you think? Buried treasure! With like an arrow pointing down. Because picture this, you're in this cemetery, you're so sad, someone you love just died. You're just like, oh my God, it's raining, great. This day can't get any worse, so sad. And then you're like, huh? And you see the tombstone, you're like, oh my God. You go to your friend, you're like, should we? And your friend's like, oh my God, yes, my Rogers bill has been retarded this month. We're coming back at dusk for sure. And you come back and you're like, oh my gosh, this is so exciting. This is like an adventure. You're so bad at shoveling. And your friend's like, oh my God, this is so crazy. I can't believe we're doing this. It's so nice to get together. We never see each other anymore. You know what I mean? And then you finally get down to the casket, you open it up, and it's just my weird skeleton body with a mohawk for no reason, holding a sign that says, no treasure. And you're like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Oh, but she must have been really cool though, you know what I mean? Like she brought us together. Like this is great for our morale. All right guys, thanks so much.
Yeah, stay for a second. Keep it going for Sarah Hennessy.
Hi, Stephen.
Yeah. Hi. This is weird. Nobody ever does this at the comedy show, but because we normally interview people and because I'm really full of myself, I'm going to keep you up here while we talk for like 30 seconds.
Oh my God, let's do it.
Okay.
What do you want to talk about?
Well, I was thinking about death because that's always a good choice for a comedy show.
Oh,
and
let's talk about it.
I was thinking when I die, I want to be like stuffed and like mounted and put in my like children's living room with a loop that just says, I'm so disappointed in you. I'm so disappointed in you. And whoever breaks like first in the family home like is out of the inheritance. But I like your buried treasure thing as well.
No, for sure. I think there'll be a lot of puking in your house. But I think someone's going to win that inheritance and they're going to be feeling fine.
That's a reality show everyone wants to see. So there's like a 3-time over Canadian Comedy Award nominee who does all kinds of stuff, including video on trial. Give the people a brief idea of what you are doing now and what they can catch you in the future.
Guys, I'm doing all sorts of weird stuff. Like it's summer, so like I'm riding my bike around, like thinking about buying expensive cheeses, but chickening out at the last moment? Who's with me? I'm so scared of the fancy fromage stores. I'm like, oh my God. I need somebody to show me around.
I was thinking less Parmesan and more professional. What are you doing? What are you doing with your? Where can they find you? Other like not like creepily stalk you, but.
Do you guys have the internet?
Do you guys have the internet? It's a valid question.
Oh my God.
Okay, yes.
How do you have all that money? That's wonderful. I'm on the internet as well. Let's be friends and talk about it. I do shows. I do things.
Okay.
I do professional events. I haven't done a bar mitzvah yet, but I'm looking into it.
All right, if you need a host for your bar mitzvah or someone to be the event planner.
You can go to my website. I bought it like, 7 years ago. It's still there. There's photos, there's videos, there's
It's a website. They get what's going on. It's a website. Is it SarahHennessy.com or did you name it after someone else?
No, it's for sure SarahHennessy.com.
Okay, check out SarahHennessy.com. And if you need a wedding planner, go there. If you need relationship advice, don't fucking even. How are we feeling so far, everyone? Yeah, get drunk. Do what I do when I don't want to think about things and just drink a lot. It helps everything go by.